All right, Nick, let's talk about the Nebraska Cornhuskers. I think Matt Rhule's got something special going on down in Nebraska, building a really great team that recruiting developmental base he's got. He's really filled that out the last couple of years, but now he's on to phase 2 of the plan, and that involves hitting the transfer portal hard. I think he's done a really great job, and this latest get they've got is the best one they've had yet. I think this is really exciting news for Nebraska, but before we get to that, I'm Andrew, and this is Saturday Morning Inspection. All right, Nick, as I alluded to, Nebraska, huge get out of the transfer portal for the Cornhuskers. I think star power-wise and talent, and from the name of the team they got it from, really big move for Nebraska going forward, the future projections for this program. Let's get into the tweet and we talk more about it on the other side. This, of course, from On3 Sports, the great Hayes Fawcett, all of your recruiting and transfer portal news. This is the guy you need to go follow. So give him a follow over on X. It says breaking Alabama offensive tackle transfer Elijah Pritchett has committed to Nebraska. The 6'6", 330-pound offensive tackle started all 13 games for the Tide, and he was one of the top available OTs in the portal. 2 years of eligibility remaining for him. I think this is huge for Nebraska. Kind of moving on. They've got that strong base of developmental guys that they've recruited. Now they're filling out that roster with transfer portal guys. I think this is really great for Matt Rhule and co. down at Nebraska. I'm curious what your thoughts are, Nick. But before we get to you, Nebraska fans, in the comment section below, like I said, Matt Rhule, first part, get all these recruits in, have a real solid base of recruiting done. Then he's going to fill this team out with transfer portal guys in the second phase of his plan. But maybe you see some holes that he's left out so far. Maybe something we haven't seen yet. Let us know in the comments below what you think the next move should be for Nebraska. Where are they lacking? What could they build up through the transfer portal? Let us know in the comment section below. But nonetheless, Nick, what do you think about all of this news for Nebraska?
Yeah, I think you've got the perfect framing in terms of the transition to phase 2. And the reality is, in today's modern college football world, right, NIL, transfer portal, it's a different dynamic than even the way it was a half decade ago. You look at teams like Clemson, right? They were winning national titles or competing for them. Dabo Swinney very famously seems to be morally opposed to the transfer portal. What has happened? Clemson's program has suffered a little bit. Matt Rhule, traditionally in his rebuilds, has been all about building through developmentally, like you said, building through recruiting, taking time, taking a few seasons. In today's modern world, you could build and develop a player and then have him leave after 2 or 3 years because one of your rivals offered him $500,000, right? It's a different dynamic. Matt Rhule, to his credit, understands that. And as much as I hate it, because I'm kind of a traditionalist this way, I want to see Matt Rhule's original plan work. I want to see him recruit guys over a 2, 3, 4 year window, have them develop, go through, spring ball, couple springs, couple training camps, couple sessions in the weight room, build into a quality player, and let the developmental process play out. I think that was one of the great things about college football. The reality is that's just not the way the world is right now. And Matt Rhule, to his credit, recognizes that and is making smart moves to address it, going after guys in the transfer portal. This is a program in Nebraska, like it or not, is in kind of a win now mode. The Big Ten is moving away from Nebraska. Oregon, they obviously got killed, but they're going to be good. Ohio State's good. USC is going to bounce back. Michigan looks like they're going to bounce back. Penn State looks like they're going to still be a top 10 team for a very long time. The reality is the Big Ten is not going to get any easier. It's going to get tougher. You can't afford to fall behind the 8 ball here. Even if you're slowly building a developmental program, slow is not going to cut it because at this point, even if you're trending in the right direction, if you're trending slow, other teams will ramp way past you because they're using the transfer portal aggressively. Teams like Ohio State, teams like Michigan, teams like Oregon. Matt Rhule, again, to his credit, smart move, recognizes it, and is doing everything he can to address that problem. I think this is a step in the right direction. Again, I'm not a fan of NIL transfer portal stuff. Personally, I love the kids getting paid, don't get me wrong. I just don't think generally it's bad for college football, but you got to do what you got to do. And Matt Rhule is making the right moves to help Nebraska win football games.
Yeah, Nick, and let's take a look back a few years ago to where the beginning of this Matt Rhule era in Nebraska is. You look at 2023 for this team. What were they building? What was going on? You see 29 guys recruiting enrolled into the school with just 12 transfer portal guys. Let's hop forward to next season, 2024, this current season rather. 33 guys enrolled in the school through recruiting, new freshmen, incoming, developmental, like we're saying, 9 transfers so far in that. Now, let's hop to this coming season, 2025. What's going on? 20 guys in, that's a pretty decent class so far, but also already 15 transfers coming in. It's almost neck and neck. They're pretty balanced out. You saw the large disparity between recruiting and transfer portal the last couple of years. Now it's getting more balanced. We're seeing more of these veteran guys come in and fill out the holes in this program. But that developmental base, it's so huge. Like I said, Rhule's done an absolutely fantastic job. And he's recruited the right way. We've talked about it numerous times. Go back and check out all of our videos. We talked about Matt Rhule recruiting. Just he knows how to get into a place, start recruiting locally, dominate the local market. Nebraska's local market may not be as difficult to conquer as places like California, Texas, Florida, but he did it. He conquered local. He conquered regionally. The Kansases, the Missouris, everywhere in the Midwest. Those are his territories. He's done a really great job there, and then he goes out, gets national guys as well. He's got it down pat. Now he's going to conquer the transfer portal. I have no doubt anything Matt Rhule puts his head to as far as getting players to come to school, he is a guy that's going to be able to make it happen.